Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. Just a few minutes before 7 o'clock, but this morning we're chatting about the U.S. Embassy College Fair 2022. And I want to welcome via Zoom Kirsten Michener, who's the Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy, to join us this morning. Good morning, Kirsten.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem. So tell us firstly, what is the College Fair all about exactly?
I'm so glad to have this opportunity. So the College Fair is 2 days at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain. It's Saturday and Sunday, November 5th and 6th. It's free to the public. It's absolutely free. We have invited representatives from colleges and universities in the United States and Canada. We're partnering with our good friends at the High Commission of Canada to come in person and meet with prospective students. So this is open to the public, as I said. It's targeted for secondary students and their parents, also for guidance counselors, and even middle school students who are thinking far ahead for a university education. It is taking place from 10 to 1 and 3 to 6 both days. We'll break for lunch. People do need to register in advance. There's information about registration on our website, which is tt.usembassy.gov, and on all of our social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And it's a chance for people to meet in person, talk to the admissions counselors of North American universities, get a feel for the variety of schools that are available in North America. We're also going to have breakout sessions on things like how to take the standard aptitude test, which is still required for some schools, the 5 steps to a U.S. education, sort of finding your way in narrowing down your college choice. Also, a seminar on financing your U.S. education, and we will have U.S. consular officers at the fair as well to talk about the student visa application process. So it's really a holistic view about how to apply for study in the United States.
So what you're saying is that I don't need to have any sort of preparation to go in. I just need to go in and all the information is going to be there, laid out for me, from the U.S. visa to what colleges I should be looking for and the criteria and all that stuff.
We would love for you to come. You do need to register in advance. We're controlling the numbers of people in the ballroom because we're still in a COVID situation. So we're limiting numbers by times tickets, but the tickets are free. You just need to register, and there's a link to register on our website, tt.usembassy.gov, as well as on all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The registration closes the night before for the morning session, and it closes that morning for the afternoon session. So you still have a lot of flexibility, but there's no preparation for you to come other than register. And we do encourage everyone to come who has any interest in tertiary education in the United States or Canada.
One of the things that we're always concerned about when it comes to tertiary education is, of course, funding. Are there going to be is there any information regarding scholarship opportunities and things of that nature?
So that's a really good question. Many of the universities that are going to be present at the College Fair do have information about scholarships that are available. We're also going to offer a talk at various times in breakout rooms about how to finance your U.S. education, how to look for scholarships, how to save for that. And it's important to remember education is an investment. It's a big investment, but it is 100% an investment.
Definitely. And you have any idea as to how many colleges from the U.S. and Canada are going to be attending, so we can have an idea of the variety?
Yes, we will have approximately 20 U.S. colleges and universities and approximately 30 from Canada. And these range from community colleges to four-year colleges to research institutions. And they represent a variety of U.S. states, including Georgia, Florida, New York, Indiana. I looked at the list earlier, and it's quite a wide variety. As you may know, there are more than 4,000 universities in the United States. And one of the sessions we're going to offer is narrowing your list and trying to find the right fit for you to narrow down your search. I should also mention that at the U.S. Embassy, we have a full-time education advisor, and people who are interested in pursuing university education in the United States are free to make an appointment with her and talk with her, come in and meet with her. They can ask for an appointment through our email at ircpos@state.gov. And that is also free of charge for that advising to help people narrow down the search for a U.S. university.
Fantastic. Now, I know recently I spoke to some students, Kirsten, and one of the things that they were wondering is, what are the benefits to studying in the U.S. versus studying in the U.K. or Australia or Brazil or anywhere else in the world?
So that's a very good question. Of course, the United States and Trinidad and Tobago enjoy extraordinarily strong ties. We have very strong cultural ties, family ties, ties of friendship, trade, and economics. And of course, there's the proximity of Trinidad and Tobago to the United States. And I always say to Trinbagonian students that they have a great advantage because they're also native speakers of English.
Mhm.
So they don't have that to surmount when they are pursuing study in the United States, other than different from other countries where I may have served, where English is a second language for them. For the American universities, it is such a great benefit to have international students on campus because, of course, education is broadly defined and it's not just what you do in the classroom, it's also the people you're studying with. So it's really a give and take where the Trinbagonian students can learn from the American culture, and then the American students on campus will also learn about Trinidad and Tobago and the very rich cultural history that those students will bring to bear to their classmates.
Most definitely. And I know that the U.S. Visa, getting access to the student visa in particular, are there usually any challenges or prerequisites that we need to be able to fulfill? So, for example, if I have been declined a U.S. visa before, visitor's visa, does that hamper my chances of getting a student visa?
So I can't speak to an individual case. We will have consular officers there who are presenting some of these breakout sessions on the steps to applying for a student visa. I should say that a student visa is a different visa class than
Okay.
a tourist visa. Different application process. I don't want to get too much into the weeds about it, but the student visa is actually connected with your study at that particular institution, where you will get the application through the institution in the United States.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier middle school students can also attend, but I'm not sure what age group that is because we don't really have middle school in Trinidad. So what age group is middle school?
Sorry, I was speaking in terms of the US school system. I apologize about
That's
that.
fine.
So, targeting students who are thinking about a university education. Obviously, those who are in their final years in secondary school are more focused on applying for universities. But even those who are coming up at 12 or 13 who are thinking about further ahead what they might want to do in terms of university education and if they might consider an international education in the United States or in Canada, they are very welcome to attend with parents, as I said, guidance counselors, teachers who may wish to advise their students about tertiary education in the United States. Everyone is welcome, but we do need you to register so that we can sort of control the numbers in the ballroom on account of COVID.
All right, fantastic. Can you just give us one more time the information where we can, well, the place where we can get more information as well as the registration information?
With great pleasure. It's all on our website, tt.usembassy.gov, as well as on our social media. On Instagram and Twitter, we are US in TT, and on Facebook, we are TT USA. Had to check my note there.
Fantastic. And it's happening this Saturday and Sunday. You can register to attend. And it's two sessions,
Yep.
yes? Morning session and an evening session.
Correct. Saturday and Sunday, 5th and 6th of November at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain. It is 10 to 1 and 3 to 6 are the two sessions. It is absolutely free to attend. There is no cost at all.
Fantastic. Well, Kirsten, I want to thank you so much for joining us and sharing this information with us and for the work that you guys have continued to do at the U.S. Embassy, making sure that our future leaders have that education and that opportunity for education.
It's one of the favorite parts of my portfolio, and it's one of the most important things that we do at the U.S. Embassy. So I'm very happy to have the opportunity to promote this. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, that's Kirsten Michener, the Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy, just giving us a little bit of information as it pertains to what's coming up this weekend from the U.S. Embassy, the College Fair. It's on this weekend, the 5th and the 6th of November. You can head across to all the U.S. Embassy sites and their social media and all that good stuff to get more information and to register. It's absolutely free, and I think you definitely want to be a part of it. We take a quick break, and we come back with more inside the Now Morning Show. Stay tuned.